Welcome back, fake genetic freaks. Today I have a video with some sprints, some attempted dunks, and then a pretty good lift overall. But yeah, today the topic is I want to talk about weight gain and controlling weight versus just eating whatever you want. Maybe talk a little bit about macros and calories. But yeah, the inspiration for this is I came across um, a comment, and it was like a myth bust, and it said basically, um, if the weight on the scale isn't going down, I'm not losing weight. And they called that a myth, and I thought to myself, well, I mean, yeah, like you could be getting leaner, you could be losing fat and gaining muscle, and the scale might not be going down, but the the comment said that you're not losing weight um, unless the scale is going down, basically, which is completely true. Like, if your goal is to lose weight, it doesn't matter how much fat or muscle you have on you. It purely matters how much you weigh. Like, it doesn't matter about your composition or your body comp. It like just matters about how much you weigh. Like, there's no difference in that. But yeah, I think what's really important is to get that um, the scale going down, though, is not the most important thing. You could be definitely losing weight and just not make any progress because you're losing a lot of muscle. You're losing the things that are actually beneficial for your power outputs, your relative strength um, might be staying the same because you are just lighter, and then um, you're also getting weaker. So it's way more about relative strength, which what relative strength is just how strong you are um, relative to how much you weigh. But yeah, it's really important, especially for jumping athletes, for sprinting athletes, for any weightlifter who's competing at a certain body weight. It's way more important to be light as possible while moving the weight as heavy as you can. So for them, if the scale is going down, that is not necessarily a good thing unless they are maintaining their muscle mass. And that's also true for jumping primarily. However, there are times that I have lost muscle mass and gained um, fat mass, and I've ended up jumping higher or becoming stronger, which is really interesting. But like you can definitely tell, I'm a lot more, um, I'm a lot less lean. Um, but yeah, here to stop this. Um, I was trying to dunk a spike ball, and I actually don't even know if I got one. I think I may have gotten like a spike ball rim grazer, but yeah, I'm not really sure. I think if I would have started with my right left approach, which is my better approach, I think I would have had the energy to get one down. Um, but yeah, at maximum, I got two. I'm not sure. Maybe one of the ones at the beginning was one, but yeah, at 5'9" with a needed 30-inch vert just to touch rim, I feel like I'm in a good spot. So I'd say my vert is around like 33 to 35 right now off of two. Um, these rims are exactly, oh, yeah, that might have been one actually. These rims are exactly 10 feet, maybe like 10 feet and a half inch. Um, but yeah, I was feeling like I could hang on the rim pretty easily if I wanted to. And yeah, getting the ball over. Um, but yeah, going back to the relative strength, one of the things that's really important is that you're getting stronger while maintaining the same weight. That's one way you can do it. You could also maintain the same strength while you're losing weight. Um, Both really good ways to do it, but basically, um, it's pretty well correlated to athletic performance. It's definitely not causation because given my example before, I've um, like maybe gained weight or I've lost weight and it's had an inverse reaction just based on how I've been training or whatnot. But yeah, it's really important to um, make sure that your relative strength is going up because that's just a timeless truth, and it's very very correlated to athletic performance. Right now, at the moment, I would say I am attempting to increase my strength while keeping my weight the same. However, I just haven't been very hungry recently, um, and I'm okay with that. That just means my body doesn't want as much food, as many calories as I'm putting into it. So I have been losing a little bit of weight, um, although over Easter, I definitely gained quite a bit back. Um, but yeah, I've been gaining strength while decreasing my weight slightly, which has turned into a possible few couple of inches. But it's really important to make sure that again, your relative strength is as high as it can possibly be. I've heard that that's super true for 1 foot jumpers, especially. Um, max strength might be more applicable for 2 foot jumpers. However, 1 foot jumpers, since it's so much weight on one leg, it's really important to keep that relative strength really, really high so that you are not uh, just putting too much weight onto that one leg for injury's sake and also um, for the sake of being able to get off the ground. Another thing that I've recently kind of learned about is people who are doing things like sprinting, people who are doing things like jumping, um, plyometric based activities. It's really interesting to know that people who are lighter have a higher ability to train. Like they have much more accessibility into how long their sessions can go. They don't have to worry as much about tendon health and about ligament health because it's just not as much force is being applied into each and every jump and whatnot. So it's really important to be light, but there's a fine line between being too light and just, um, I guess, lean in general. Now I'm 5'9", 5'10", maybe, and I am middle 180s. Now I'm a pretty heavy boy for 185. I'm in the overweight category for um, like BMI, but I'm as you can see, I'm pretty lean. Like you can definitely see some ab definition. I have bicep, um, quad, calf veins. And so I'd say I'm pretty lean, which is really helpful. I think my jumping and sprinting ability could definitely go up a lot if I lost some weight, but I really would like to keep pursuing my strength numbers, and so it's really important for me. But anyway, I think what's what is the topic of how to eat or how to um, work out in such a way that you are either losing weight while getting stronger or you are um, getting stronger while staying the same weight. So, the most important part about gaining, losing weight, maintaining weight is you want to be able to. Oh, by the way, longest jump was 8'11" barefoot, so I didn't really have a whole lot of grip to grab onto the ground for the 2 foot. And then also for the sprints, I did 10 meters, 2.01 for one of the 10 meters. There was a heavy tailwind, which was kind of surprising. I didn't realize that until after I had done all of them because I thought I was moving. I thought I was absolutely moving. But yeah, super important. Um, yeah, what I was saying was the most important thing for gaining, maintaining, or losing weight is just the amount of calories that you're taking in. It does not matter what kind of foods you're eating in any way. It purely matters how many calories you're taking in. Now, over time, that might be a little different if you only eat like artificial sugars and your body starts, um, your metabolism changes. maybe it's different over a course of months, maybe a year, maybe a few years. I'm not really sure on that timeline. But as of short term, it's really important just how many calories you're getting in. Based on thermodynamics, a calorie is just a form of energy or a measurement of energy. And so however many calories you put in is however many pounds you will be able to put on, or energy you will be able to use. So that's the most important thing for gaining, maintaining, or losing weight. For body composition, it's really important to um, get in things that are the macronutrients that are lower in calories per gram, such as protein and carbs, because those are four calories per gram, um, as opposed to fat, which is 9 calories per gram. So that's why usually people like to stick to like more fat-free diets. Um, yeah, also deposit here. We have 315 on the bar right now. I think the fastest we moved it was 0.6 seconds, from when feet hit the ground to when hips were at full extension, which is pretty good. I was pretty happy with it. I realized how much really um, pushing out the glutes helps with this movement. I noticed that since this isn't, 355 or whatever it was last week, it was a lot easier to um, just kind of keep the back a little bit less straight, or less of an arch, which kind of slows down the movement, puts more emphasis on the quads, which I'm totally fine with. But I just noticed that, um, and I like to keep things pretty similar between reps. But yeah, going back to macros wise, um, this is kind of the rule that I go by. I go by usually 25% of my plate is around protein, and then 25 is like fruits or vegetables, something just that makes me feel really good. And then I have 50% carbs, and then the fats, usually they're in proteins or they're in carbs, um, whatever it has to be. But that's just a way I like to go, especially if I'm training hard. Like I just need a lot of carbs, and it helps me with energy. Um, but yeah, I just calculate out your calories and then try and divvy up your macros like that. You don't have to do it completely accurate every single time, but I know that most super successful people who eat well um, go by a pretty similar way of eating. There's some outliers like the carnivore diet or whatever, but it's pretty important to just go with the basics. And you don't need to know that much to do well. Um, but yeah, those last reps on the squats, I cannot explain how um, just different those are than you would expect. You would not expect 135 for 10 reps or 12 reps or whatever to be so hard. But when you keep tension on the muscle the entire time and there's no lockout, it like I can start to feel the burn so quickly, and it's insane. Like I did not expect that. Um, but yeah, I could do like 185, go all the way down, maybe 225 for 20 plus reps, whatever. And then I get to doing those squats, those not fully up squats, and I'm just dying. Like it's really interesting. I think the amount of tension on the muscle throughout the entire time is just super important to note. Volume isn't just the amount of pounds you lift, it's how far, how fast, um, everything in that category. But yeah, I would highly recommend trying them. I feel an amazing pump afterwards. Like it's really nice to have a pump when I'm lifting legs or arms or whatever, and it just makes me happy. I love it. It's awesome. Um, and yeah, these are hard, but they're pretty helpful for my back and for my hips. So